AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap. As it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Herbert off of play action. This ball complete. It's ETN on the crossing route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Swift going to try up the middle. There's a nice move. And he's got this down to the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
In motion right is White. On first down, Justin Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. To try again after the sack. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They'll run for the first time with Pierre Strong. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Swift. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. They will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this goal. And right away, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
2nd and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Herbert now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
So you think it's not tough playing quarterback in the NFL? How about what we just saw there? The rush got home on 3rd down. He had to stand in there and take the shot as he released it. Throws on target, though, and it's good enough to keep the drive moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And the slot man goes in motion left. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run out of the gun. Here's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Darius Davis, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Now the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hall again on second down. And he slips up past the 35 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Ready for this? Come on, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Here we go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On second and goal, here's the option. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On one, ready?
Now this is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Devontae Smith from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And some room to maneuver. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Herbert going to change the look. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, it stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Burrow will throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
football, and he's taken down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Burrow going to keep it running right.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
First down, Chargers.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So, fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use time?
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Breece Hall,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, and
now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Herbert.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there, a big one.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. And quickly they get to the line.
Herbert changing things up. Swift. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they won. He's got a man complete. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Herbert now sliding out of the pocket. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
On second down, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.